Good morning from beautiful Alaska. It's another beautiful morning. We had rain all night last night and it quit this morning. I got down here a little earlier and I got two beautiful fish here on the dock. Looks like the sun is peeking through a little bit. It's 10 o'clock here. Wherever you are at, it might be afternoon, but beautiful fresh air and some fresh coffee. I'm living the dream. The fishing, oh, there I felt one. The fishing, they're still fishing here. 2 days ago, the fish counter read 74,000 of them coming through. It went from 150,000 to 120, now to 70. So it looks like it's backing off again until the next big school of salmon come in. I do live streaming from 10 to 10:30 daily, Alaska time. It's a little breezy this morning after the rain. The rain was really good. The fire hazard is low right now. Here about 3 weeks ago it was high. It was dry up here. There was quite a few forest fires from lightning. At least in this area on the Kenai Peninsula, the fire hazard is low right now. I think somebody had asked in the comments if I ever trim the grass around here. I don't. It's habitat for young fish, and it's by having this grading here, it's no erosion on the bank, and the grass is also very good habitat for the small fish. So in this setback, I don't trim the grass other than on top of the deck here when it grows up through. This decking here is really works well. The sun can still get through it and vegetation can grow underneath and create that habitat for the next hatching of fish to come in, to keep my dream alive, be fishing in Alaska. I appreciate all the comments in the comment section. I will answer them. This is one thing I love to do, is fish, floss for salmon. I'm in my happy place doing this. It's like connecting to my inner child. I remember when I was a kid, 7, 8 years old, going fishing was such a treat when we got to do that. Obviously our folks, mom and dad, always made sure that we got our work done, chores and work around the farm done first, which is a good thing. Taught me well. So I worked hard invested money when I had disposable income, and I was able, there's one fish on. Fish off. I invested when I had disposable income and was able to retire early. So again, I did my work first. I got, with my investments, I have my money working for me, and I'm making more now in my investments than I was when I was working. And I get to fish. Yes! You too can do that. It took me a while to get my money investments to work for me. But it sure is it sure feels good to have the money working for me instead of me working for my money. I started out, I was born into an Amish family, and I knew that that's not what I wanted in life. So at 10 years old, I knew I wanted more. That was a dream I had. My until there was one conservative born in I decided when I was 18, I decided that I was going to leave home. So I basically ran away. I had $10 to my pocket, no place to live, and no job. But I had a dream. That was a dream from 10 years old, knowing that I wanted more. I actually then was, at 10 years old, I knew a little bit about baseball and country singers. I thought it'd be cool to be a baseball player or a country singer. Well, that didn't happen, but dreaming big, you land big. Wow, it's a little windy today. So I worked, when I ran away, I worked for farmers for about a year in a local factory. When I went and applied for the local factory, they were like, yeah, we want to hire you, but you got to get a social security number. I had not had a social security number yet. So I went and got one. I didn't have my birth certificate to get one. I didn't dare to ask my folks for my birth certificate. My dad being the bishop of the church. Oh, Fish on. Big one. Can you help me net this one? Wow. Yes. David here, my friend, is going to help me net it. We want to land this one. It's a good hook too. Ready? 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 Oh, ready? Yeah. Can you be downriver from it? And now. Yeah. Okay, bringing him up. Yeah! Wow! Thank you, David. Look at that big one. There's some big ones coming through. He's a good hook right in the right in the mouth. Thank you. Wow, look at this big one. Oops, I got some. Get him cleaned up a little bit there, but look at this big male. That's probably about an 8-9 pound. We're going to put him right next to these other ones. Needed a new hook after that, so I'm going to use my other rod here until David gets me a new hook. Wow, it's a little windy today. All right, you're up. Okay. There you go. Thank you, David.
Right behind.
Good thing I had that one right in the mouth. He would have ripped off if I wouldn't have had him in the mouth. I'll leave it later, so it's dandy. I got that one over there. It's, if you think of a cat, if you have a cat by the back of the head, you can handle it really well. If you try to handle a cat from its tail, it's all over and it pulls really hard. And now it's time for the joke of the day, if I may. You know why salmon only watch stuff online? They prefer streams. Ha ha! Wow, there's some big fish coming through. I bet you that's at least a 9-pounder. But anyways, getting back to getting my birth certificate so I could go to the courthouse and apply for a social security number at 18. I got a hold of my the county birthplace in Ohio where I was born. At this time when I ran away from home, we were living in Minnesota. And I got a duplicate of my birth certificate and was able to get the application filled out for that. And after working a couple years locally at a small community factory, I decided to go to vocational technical college. I had just had an 8th grade education, one-room country school for the basic things. And I wanted to study to become a electrical line worker. I got a job with the electric power company. Claiming a second income. I'm 50. I want. But when it doesn't matter where you're born into, what you're born. Anything, if you believe it, you can achieve it. Anything's possible. Possible and even more. I got so blessed. Beautiful fishing place on the Kenai River here in Alaska. And I get that's not good. Hey Menno, can you come over here and I'll just walk over here with your reel. I want to introduce my cousin Menno. He's here from Minnesota right now fishing with me. This is my cousin Menno Hirschberger. Step this way. Okay. He got here 2 days ago and I taught him how to fish. He's already getting them. And he seems to be liking it.
I am absolutely loving it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're doing good.
It's so much fun being out here in Alaska, just cranking in some salmon.
It's so peaceful.
Right?
That's why I call it my little heaven.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me up here.
You're welcome.
Just a blast.
Go get a fish now.
I will do that.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I do the daily live stream from 10 to 10:30 Alaska time. Oh, there's a fish on. This one is foul hook.
Okay.
So we'll get him up and I'll release, get the hook on, you on the bottom side of me.
Okay.
Okay, ready? It's coming up.
Send him up this way, I'll get him in the mouth.
David will get him the correct way. I hooked him foul. Had to let that one go. That one was foul hooked in. Try to get them all in the mouth. Do it a way that doesn't happen, but it's if you're out here flossing, it's impossible not to foul hook some of them. For those of you that don't know, the sockeye salmon are plankton eaters. They do not bite on bait. This little egg is plastic egg just to float the hook. They come from the mouth of the river. They travel 80 miles and they go up to a ski-lac lake to spawn. So the idea is to have enough weight. The salmon take the path of least resistance, so they're coming right along the couple feet out from the bank. They're down at the bottom. So I use these weights to get the string down to the bottom, and then you let the current push this string down. As it floats down, I lift up on the end there at 3 o'clock. It hooks them in the mouth. They swim upstream with their mouth open. Man, that's a lot of fish. If they're pushing 9-10 pounds, you got 3 fish. Let's say they're 9-pound average, and 50% is harvestable. Got 27 pounds of fish, 3 times 9. Doing the math. Divide that by half. I'm looking at 13 pounds of fish. I'm from a big family. There's 13 of us in my family, and they love it when I bring them salmon. My family does not all live in Minnesota anymore. My mom and dad are deceased. Last fall when I got back to Minnesota, I brought all my siblings fish. So one of my brothers lives in Missouri. I stopped at his house and brought him fish. My oldest sister lives in Michigan. I flew my airplane to Michigan to take her fish. I flew over there with my instructor Scott, and I went and dropped the fish off and visit with her a couple hours. We flew back the same day. There's a video of me and Scott flying to Michigan to give my sister Fanny fish. And then I also got 2 brothers and a sister living in Missouri. I guess the one brother is in southern Iowa. And I stopped and got them fish, dropped fish off. The rest of my siblings live around Harmony, Minnesota yet. I myself am a resident of Alaska for going on 4 years now. When I sold out in the business, retired, I decided to be up here claim my residence, at least in the summertime. I like to go where it's warm in the wintertime. Again, I do live stream daily, 10 to 10:30 Alaska time. got any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment section below. I will answer you. I look forward to that. Like, dislike, whatever. These wild caught Alaska salmon are some of the best salmon to eat that you can get. This morning I got one fish over in my honey hole, this first big one. I had about all I could do is, I was in waist deep water. When I got him, I had about all I could do is to turn around and walk towards the bank. He had so much pull in that current. He damn near dropped me out into the river. I would have let go of the rod. I can't swim, so. Yesterday I did hook up a router down here, which is probably 70, 80 feet away. I'm hoping that it won't get kicked off. I got good internet speed that does, for some reason, back off sometimes, and I get kicked off. It doesn't get much better than this. Fresh coffee, fresh air, fresh salmon, good company like David and his family and Menno. Okay, let's get some more. Okay, let's get one more. Well, three more, but one more during live stream. And if I don't get my session limit today, it's not a big deal. When there was so many fish in, I got my session limit, and I do have a fair amount in the freezer. I think today I'm just going to fish. It's a little slower. Take a break and then fish some more. That's what I love doing. Okay, one more. I used to say that quite a bit when I used to drink alcohol. I have not drank now, going on 6 years. All right, well, we will see you, whoever watches tomorrow, 10 to 10:30 again. If you like this video, please share, like, and subscribe.